Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to analyze the smaller time frame and detect a possible incoming bounce, because I see an Adam and Eve forming on the 15-minute time frame, and even on the lower time frame we have a current Adam and Eve which may just blast through this level and we can long on the retracement over here. So we also got into a live trade yesterday. We had a little bit of bounce, but we also discussed the inverse Adam Eve that might have been forming and we eventually broke down. So the question is, where did we enter the trade? Gosh. Okay, so we entered right out of the swing failure. It was looking better on the higher time frame, but essentially this is a wick we had a little bit. It formed a swing failure on the 15-minute time frame, but we jumped into the trade and had a 0.50% bounce, but eventually it came crashing down. So that's a reminder to just take in account all of the structure of the market. We also had an inverse Adam and Eve that we talked about yesterday, and that played out pretty well, and we got support of the weekly 618 level right over this blue line. If you take the fib levels from this low to this high, we have the 618 right over the weekly level, and we had a pretty good bounce. Had a bit of volatility below and really not tradable. Yeah, where's your asset if you're trading this? If you want to buy like a spot, that's a really good time to do it, because we are at a really crucial level on the higher time frame. Yeah, so we have two bullish cases over here, an Adam and Eve and also a bump and run scenario that might be forming after this drop we have. And if we continue this consolidation, we'll be executing this bump and run and potentially going over back to this level, this monthly, and also passing above it. Right now we're having a little bit of bounce, and seems like the Adam and Eve is kind of playing out. We have officially formed an Adam and Eve, but we need a breakout above this neckline to take a possible. If we have a break above this resistance, as you can see on the 5-minute, it is a resistance and also a support from yesterday. Right here we acted as support and also as resistance on these three levels. Okay, so if we do have a successful break above this level, we could actually long on the retracement back to this level. If we have high bullish volume, and also some fib levels could also be forming if we take from here to over here. Yeah, if we have a massive leg, we could be hitting the 618 and also the VWAP. But if it happens is the real talk. We don't want to jump a little long over here and have no risk management. So right now it seems that we have relatively high bullish volume, not really great, as on a 15-minute time frame it is just nothing at all basically. And I also want to teach you something today, that whenever you form a round formation, it's an automatic +1 point to the direction of the trade. Through all my trading years, I have experienced this, that whenever you form a roundish formation, you are likely to pass through that level 90% of the time, over than 90% of the time. I could show you several examples throughout my chart. You see we have a support over here, round formation, we crash through it. They have a little bit of bounce, but that's not really a best trade over here. I could show you literally thousands of examples having these round formations breaking down 90% of the time. You see over here we have a perfect roundish formation breaking down. We also have a roundish formation over here, but yeah, we formed a swing field over here, but whenever it's a rounder formation, it's extra risky. You can back test this throughout your charts, on every chart. Let's just jump to another chart, random chart. Let's just open up the FTT chart, and I'll show you how these round formations take place and play out most of the time. Okay, so let's just zoom out a bit on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see right over here we have several examples of this round formation and a pump, breaking those levels after the round formations, having an absolute blast. So right over here we have round formations and a massive leg to the other side. So let's head back to the Bitcoin chart. Seems like we are having a pump actually. Okay, we are right at the neckline over here with relatively high, but still is like no volume at all. Let's just wait and watch. We have two Adam and Eve scenarios right over here. We have this mini one where we have an Adam and Eve, and on the relatively higher time frame we also have another Adam and Eve which might be playing with a bump and run scenario, taking us back to 27.5 and even higher. Also playing out this godly we have on the higher time frame which we analyzed yesterday. Okay, so we could actually have a blast right off this level, forming a bump and run and then Adam and Eve. Okay, so stay extra cautious. This is absolutely not a level to short, as we are on a macro sport level, and I have these two levels marked up, and I'll react based on how the price approaches these levels, and I'll be interested to scalp and day trade. The only good shot I really see is a swing failure of this high or even of these highs if we have a swing failure, and with good risk management, of course, because it is the absolute bottom of the market. We surprisingly dropped, and this is a golden time to buy. Okay, so right now it seems like we are having a bit of resistance, or the resistance. Okay, so let's just take a look at it. Let's just wait and watch now. It's the weekend, we have no volume at all, so trading on the weekends is a bit of goofy, I like to say. So let's just see what happens. Also, we had been creating aggressive lower highs, not a single sign of strength. So we even broke down the weekly, had volatility below it, and got acceptance back in. So can't really be a scalp on this level, as it is not the best of the sport. We are passing right through it, jumping back up several times, so it's not really a day trade you could take at that level now. Also, we have a daily level that is not being really respected right now. Not really a daily level, but the daily open from today. You could draw a horizontal line right over here, and moving on a 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it's basically pointless. So I don't really have that marked up. And we are continuing this massive candle on the 15-minute time frame, about to close in 1.5 minutes. Are we gonna break this resistance? We do have a round formation, Adam and Eve, but it is not really a trade to take right now. There are better levels to trade, right? This support, this resistance. You could also have a swing failure off of these highs. Whenever two highs or lows form extremely close to each other like this, there's a lot of liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity below them, and price is often getting to that level. We also kind of completed a godly pattern with this drop below the weekly level yesterday, from this low to this high, almost hitting the 7-8, but it's not really a trade I took, just had to throw that in there. And these lows actually have been claimed, these macro lows. these lows have actually been claimed on the futures derivatives, on the derivatives chart. So are we waiting for a massive leg up now as we've claimed liquidity, millions and millions liquidated, and are we spicing up the things for a bounce now, possibly? And on the 15-minute, it seems like we really are trying to break through this with a little bit of volume as it is a weekend. So let's just watch, keep an eye on that. Let's just keep an eye on that. So that's basically my analysis, and let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next update.